Hello everyone! Today we're going to be building the gardens, public gardens. This was the last build that I made for this neighborhood. It was a very rough build for me. Like, I went through a lot of changes here. It was kind of hard to figure out what I wanted to do. And I don't think I'm fully satisfied with how it came out. I think I could have done a better job. Maybe I'll go back and redo it. The inside of it, I think, is the place where I have the major issues with. But I don't know. I guess I'll see. Because for now, I'm somewhat satisfied with it. But maybe in the future when I have like more of the save file complete, I will possibly alter it. But for now, this will have to do. But I've been having a lot of fun just creating the builds and thinking about who is going to live where and like what type of families are gonna exist like here, because now I've already finished like 2 parts of the neighborhood, like the initial part and then the upper part here that I'm working on that was more cultural, so I didn't really have to think about like who is going to live here because no one lives here. They're just community lots. There was just one that was residential, the split one, two townhouses. So for that one, yeah, obviously I thought about the families that were going to live there, but now I'm moving into a more residential neighborhood next to build that, and it's been pretty fun. Like, I've already actually, as I'm recording this, I've already completed the 3rd neighborhood, so that one is like, I don't know, it already has some more families living there that I've had to think about and to like make little family trees, and it's been super fun to like kind of like think, okay, maybe this sim could be the sister of this sim, or like have this interaction with this other family. And yeah, it's gotten me pretty excited for the setup of like kind of like relationships between sims, because I already know like what each lot is gonna have and all that. But I started this without a very clear like intention of sims. Like I was kind of like, okay, let's just do the builds first and then I'll think about the sims that are going to live here. So you know, I just started building without really thinking about it. But usually how I do it, when I start like a house that sims are actually going to live there, so residential, I try to already like have a plan for the type of sim, even though I still have not created that sim. So the previous one, if you've watched my video on the townhouses one, I talked about how on one side it's going to be like a family, and one is going to be a doctor, the other one's going to be a fashionista. So it's like I have kind of an idea of the sims that I want, and so far I've been like doing a lot of community lots. I did them for a while, and now I'm actually getting into like the higher society builds where there's going to be big families, big rich families, and I'm going to start working on the village next. That was the one that I was dreading the most, but as I finish up like most of the community lots on this side of the map, I'm like, I guess I haven't burned out yet, which I find crazy because I was expecting burnout like sooner than later, and so far I've just been feeling so like excited to work on the save file. Like, sometimes I've had the feeling of like, man, I just want to get this build over with, but never in a way of like I want to stop playing, which is really good for me, because the reason why I started the save file was basically because I wanted a like dream save file that I can keep. Like, I could, you know, log into the Sims thinking I can't wait to play, because usually how the Sims goes for me, and it's always been like this, is I get really obsessed for a while and then, yeah, okay, pause that thought because I wanted to talk about like I spent so long trying to get that bridge there to just like hate it. I don't know how there's like a lot of sim builders that are able to like make things. I guess maybe with debug, but I don't know. I still don't feel very confident with that. So I was trying to make like a little cute little bridge, but it just did not turn out how I wanted to. And then I was like, okay, maybe just with the lake, and I'll make a path around it. But I end up hating it as well, so I destroy all of it. And I think that was the right decision, because it was just feeling like a bunch of wasted space. And I kind of want the lots that I built to have like a reason for Sims to come and visit, like not just something like and I don't even think this is too pretty, the landscaping that I've done and this initial idea. I want it to be more than something pretty. So here I am just removing all of it, and it's like, nah, I'm gonna start over. And I'm glad I did, because I think what I ended up doing was much better, even though like I'm not fully satisfied with it. But anyway, as I was saying, I always am like this with The Sims, where like I get obsessed with The Sims for a while, and then I get tired of The Sims, I stop playing for months, and then that obsession comes back. And so far, like, I don't know, because I haven't kept track on it, but I think I've been doing this for like, this save file, I've been working on it for like 3 months, maybe coming up on 4 months. I don't know, maybe I'm stretching it a little because my perception of time isn't great, but I don't know. I think I've been playing The Sims for way more, or I've been obsessed with The Sims for way more time than I usually am. And that makes me really, really happy, because I'm actually enjoying playing The Sims, which, I don't know, sometimes it doesn't really happen. Like, I get a little bit obsessed and then it just stops. But for now, I'm like, every day at work, I'm like thinking about like, what am I gonna add? Like, how can I make this like better? What type of families are gonna live here? What type of lots do I want to include? And I'm already thinking like, what other worlds do I need to build? Because like, inevitably, I spoke about the doctor, right? The one that lives in the townhouse. So the doctor career has a thing where you need to go to a specific lot to work, right? Because we get to work, you go to work. And I'm already thinking like, I'm gonna have to rebuild that one as well, to make it like, you know, fit with the entire theme of like, and I don't even know how that's gonna work. I mean, I'm gonna have to place some items that don't really fit, but I mean, I'm gonna have to figure it out. So I don't know, I'm already thinking about stuff like that. I'm already thinking as well, I think I want to have inevitably as well, like what was the other career? That scientist? I'm not sure there's going to be any scientist Sims on my... Oh, it was the police officer, of course. There is going to be like, in the village, there's going to be like a family that has a detective, which is going to be like kind of like a sheriff guard kind of guy, like the police, I guess, of the town. And he's gonna obviously be a police officer in The Sims, detective career, whatever you call it. So I am going to have to remodel the police station as well. Like, so yeah, I'm already thinking about all of those eventualities, and the magic HQ and the high school. So even when I'm done with Willow Creek, I am going to have to move on to you know, these lots where your sim is inevitably gonna have to go. And initially I had thought of like not only starting to create sims when I am done with Willow Creek, but now that I'm advancing so much into Willow Creek, because I did the math the other day and I think I only have 7 lots in Willow Creek that need to be done with, and I was thinking that maybe it would be better for the setup, because I actually haven't even played with that ability to like own rental lots, and the save is going to rely a lot on it, because I want kind of the king to own the town that's going to be like a residential rental. I want the king to own the town. I want another royal, another member of the royal family to also own some property. So I think I need to set that up first, because I've never messed with it, so I don't know how it actually works. And I want to make sure that, like, you know, if I have an empty lot and I just move the sim there, it'll be okay. I don't know. I want maybe to start creating some sims that I actually need to like do some setup. So I don't know. I might start getting to creating sims earlier than I thought. Question mark? I don't know. I guess I'll see how I feel about it, because I've been having a lot of fun creating the lots. Like, I don't know, I never really expected it, because I've said it before in a previous video, but I never was like the builder sim person. I've never been a simmer that builds, you know? I was always much more of like a create a sim girly and gameplay, because I really, despite all its flaws, I really like the Sims. I enjoy playing the Sims. I enjoy like, especially playing with like families and legacies like for a long time. Usually I get bored past 4. But I'm hoping that with the variety that I'm integrating in like this save file, that won't happen. I don't know, fingers crossed. I've done it. I've like reached much farther than I have before in the save file. I feel like I'm like sticking with it in a way that is very, I don't know, very impressive to me, honestly. I'm not used to staying on a save file this long, to be honest. I'm kind of proud of myself for not having given up yet, and like still being so excited about it and keep thinking about it and being like, I don't know, wanting to play, and knock on wood that continues, because I'm having so much fun. And like builds that I used to be like, oh man, I really don't want to get to that one, like the palace or the village. Now like before I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll do the village last, because it's going to be really complicated to do. It's going to be like on one of the bigger lots in the Sims. It's going to like take a long time. But now it's the one that I'm so excited for. Like, I finished up the upper part of Willow Creek, kinda, and now I'm like getting to the lower part of Willow Creek, and I'm like, I really, really want to do the village, because there's going to be so much variety of like buildings, and I'm already thinking like where I'm gonna place, like, because I kind of want it to be like have a wealthier area, like that's gonna be like more middle class, even though it's still like working class. It's gonna be like the wealthier part of the village, I guess, and then the poorer part of town. So I want also to create that, like, you know, discrepancy. What is the word I'm looking for? Diversity, I guess. Yeah, I want to create that diversity. So yeah, here I'm trying to create a fountain. It went horrible. I don't know how simmers typically do this. I just end up choosing one of the fountains that we have in game, because I had this idea in my head to like have a bunch of like you know, these sprinklers that like shoot water, but I realized like I'm not playing with live mode, so I can't really see how the splashes of water go. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'm not gonna do this. And I just used some in-game fountains to do it. And also, I don't know, these little sprinklers, they're so like visible there, and I guess I could cover them with foliage and stuff, but I just was not feeling it. Like, yeah, here's me trying. I was like, nah, fuck it. And I put some better fountains there. Yeah, I think it ends up looking better. So my idea for this was to kind of have like a mix of a garden feel of like you're in the middle of like a lot of flowers, but also like the utility of like I'm gonna add like a little playground for kids. I can't even call it a playground. I think I just put like some swings and monkey bars. I think that was it that I put. I put some what was it? Some chess, some barbecue, I think. So some things that the Sims can, like, you know, actually do. Depending on whether or not I'm fully satisfied with this later on, I might come back and add something more to it. It also kind of depends a lot on gameplay, because I do intend on playing with the save at some point. So it's the thing that I also mentioned in another video. Like, I still have not play tested any of my builds. That is kind of a terrifying thought, but I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get to it because I've just been so focused on producing it, like on getting the builds done. You know, it's the thing of like have it exist before you can make it perfect, something like that. So I've just been building, and when I actually start like setting up sims and stuff, I'll see if everything works. Don't know. I'm not excited for that, that's for sure, because don't know. But yeah, depending on how gameplay goes, I might add something else here to the gardens. Depending on what I think it needs or something. I don't know, because I also don't know what events in a Sim's life is going to like pull them to the gardens. Like, what are they gonna come here to do? Are they on a date? Are they just like coming here with their children to go to the swing set? And then while the children are on the swing set, what are you gonna do? Play chess? Like, I don't know, maybe I could include something more. Maybe I can't believe I didn't think of this. I could put like some flower arranging inside the greenhouse, but no, I end up just filling it up with plants and stuff. Don't know, I don't really like it, but you'll see. It's not that bad, but I feel like it's missing something, so I might come back to it and make it better somehow. But yeah, for now I just, it's kind of complete for now. I'll make it perfect later, so yeah. But I think it turned out all right for what I was intending on doing. If you have any ideas for what I might add actually to the build here, or to any build actually, you could let me know. I might add them depending on if I like it, your idea. Because yeah, sometimes some things just go over my my head. Like I can't remember everything. And also it's like people have different play styles, right? There are things that some simmers might do that others don't. Like, for example, I'm typically a very like one lot simmer, which I try not to be, because I guess that was kind of brought about by the fact that the base builds that exist on the Sims are a lot of the times just very boring. There's like very little for you to do in those lots, unless you like download something interesting from the library, from the gallery. Like, there's really nothing that pulls me to like go through a loading screen to go to another lot, So I don't know, I'm trying to make my community builds interesting enough for you to want to live your house lot to visit, and for myself, of course, where I try to include like items and activities for the Sims to do, or just make the build overall pretty and enjoyable. So I don't know if you have any other ideas for stuff, because yeah, my playstyle might be different than yours, or maybe there's something that can be incorporated. I would love to hear more ideas. Yeah, because I'm just one person, I just have limited ideas. But yeah, I really think I need some help with this one, because like, I don't know, I'm satisfied with like this little corner, for example, with the little cherry tree. I think it looks very pretty. This little corner with the playground looks all right. But maybe I could have included something more, like, I don't know, like maybe some easels. Why didn't I put some easels in? Or I don't know, something else could have been added, I feel. So yeah, maybe you have noticed that this is maybe the build that I'm not as proud of, but still kind of proud of it. I think the overall shape of it I'm proud of, like the building and the gardens I think look pretty nice, and this little entryway, like the wall with the statues in front, I think looks really, really nice. But yeah, I feel like it's missing something. I feel like maybe I need to add something more to it to make it interesting enough for me to want to, bring my Sims here. I think it's gonna be a cute place for a date, maybe, to take like Sims on dates. In that case, I don't remember if I put any bush that allows woohoo or anything like that. Actually, the inside I put a pool in, and now the Sims can woohoo inside the pool, I think. So technically, woohoo spot, but don't know. I'm always so concerned about like places and not places, things for the Sims to do in the lots. That I always try to include as much as possible. But I mean, maybe here it's a bit lacking. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about that. When eventually I choose to put more stuff here or not, I will update it regardless. I still haven't put any lots on the gallery because it kind of follows the principle of like I have not play tested them yet, so I don't want to put something like untested in the library gallery. Why do I keep calling it library? And also like I don't know if I want to make any modifications to my builds because that might happen. I might need to. A previous build of mine, actually, I only noticed that I forgot to do the toilets when I looked back at the footage, and I was like, I cannot believe I forgot to do the toilets, so I just popped in real quick and made some toilets. So yeah, I guess it's good for me not to immediately put the lots in the library, but I am saving all of them to my gallery because to my gallery, I don't know, I'm saving them all in my account because I am still a little bit traumatized with the issues that I've had before starting this save, where my game kept crashing and I lost a bunch of builds. So not fun. So I'm not gonna go through that again, hopefully, knock on wood. So I've been saving all of them to make sure that like I don't lose any progress, and if it happens again, I could just start a new save and just put the buildings all back in their rightful places. But knock on wood, hope nothing like that happens again. But yeah, definitely the most boring part I feel of building is probably this, is like putting ivy and stuff on walls to make them like more, I don't know, interesting, I guess, like outside walls, because we don't really have that much variety, I feel. And it just, I don't know, it's so boring to have to like put one at a time just to fill it out, the empty wall. It's very, very boring. But yeah, we get through it. Then I'm gonna put statues in the upstairs to make it look super pretty. I think I did a good job there. I like these statues that they gave us in the Legacy and Royalty pack. Man, I'm so bad with this. I need to learn the pack names. But I wish I think I said this previous video as well, I wish they gave us more variety in statues. The two are not enough. I think we needed more. The two and the peacock, to be fair. But I would have liked more. I really like the style they gave us, but I would have liked to see more stuff with that style. But you know, it is what it is. We get what we get. It's EA. We can't really expect that much from EA. I also wanted to create a restaurant somewhere in the world. Willow Creek got kind of filled up real quick, so I don't really have any plans to make a restaurant anywhere in Willow Creek. So it'll have to be in another world, which is kind of a shame because I actually really like the dine out gameplay when it works, because for the longest time the gameplay worked for me for restaurants. Like I had no issues, things worked fine, and then like in recent years for some reason it just bugged for me, and now like most of the times it doesn't work. Hopefully with all of the bug fixes that the Sims team have been rolling out, it will have fixed it, but I don't know, it's the Sims team. I don't think we can like expect a lot from them. But I'll see when I start playing, because like with all of this, like I have not actually done Sims gameplay in so long. I have not actually played the Sims with like a sim, you know, telling him what to do. I've just been building. It's crazy. I'm not used to this type of Sims gameplay. But yeah, I kind of miss it. not gonna lie. But, you know, I've also been having fun building lots. So hopefully I'll continue to have fun building lots until I can finally start doing creative sim stuff, which I might start doing early. I would not mind that as well. But we'll see. We'll see. But I'm pretty proud regardless of the progress that I've done. I've created so many builds now, like so many. And, you know, still have the motivation to do more. Honestly, it's great. Knock on wood, it continues. I've said knock on wood so many times. And here we can like already start to see what I'm trying to do, because my idea for this was kind of like a huge like greenhouse with like a bunch of tropical plants and stuff, like when you walk in and it's just greenery. But the Sims selection for plants is not very like thrilling, you know, and they're all like in vases, isolated. It's a little bit hard to kind of like give an idea of like a wild like greenhouse forest type of thing. I tried to use the bigger plants in here, but I don't know, I was a bit struggling with how to set them up, how to make it look like an actual greenhouse. I don't know. And again, like, I know this is like impossible for the Sims to walk in these areas. Like, I fill it up with plants. It's impossible for them to go over there. I'm hoping that maybe through the water they'll be able to reach the other side, but I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out when I start testing it, play testing it. Until then, don't know. This build, I feel, has become my crucible. This has become my white whale, per se, because I don't really know what to include here, if not plants, because I kind of wanted this to be a greenhouse. So my other options, my other idea that I had was, instead of filling it out with these types of plants, I could do actual plants, or like planters. Like the Sims could plant like trees and stuff, but all those trees look so boring. Like, they look the same except for like the banana tree probably, and a few other exceptions. So I kind of wanted more variety, because in a lot of these greenhouses at the time, it was more about like showing off like tropical and exotic plants and like a lot of variety. So I wanted to kind of like portray that. I don't know if I managed to or not. Don't know. I'm not entirely satisfied with the results here, but I don't know. Let me know. Let me know if I'm being too hard on myself, or what do you think? Or if you have ideas for like changing it up, or how I could make it more interesting or more useful. Because again, like, inside the greenhouse, there's really nothing to do. Like, I think I put some planters on the other side of the greenhouse, but other than that, there's just a bathroom, I guess a pool, in quotations, because I think they can swim in there. But other than that, just plants. And I don't even think if they can walk like too much around the plants. I don't know. I guess I'll see. It is kind of killing me inside a little. This area, like, I can't think of how I could have made it better. It's hard sometimes, guys. It's hard sometimes having to think outside of the box, I guess. I don't know. I really like the middle part though. I like the fountain there with the pool. I just, the organization of the plants and everything, I don't know, somehow it feels kind of forced in a way. I don't know. Let me know if I'm just tweaking, guys. I might just be, you know, I don't know. Doing my best here, I'm not used to building so much. But, you know, I tried to make everything pretty. I think it turned out kind of pretty, but not as pretty. I guess what's frustrating me more is that I had like this specific vision in my head for what I wanted this to look like, and I was just not able to achieve it with like what The Sims 4 provides me. So I guess, yeah, it became a little frustrating because I had this like very clear idea, very specific idea of what I wanted. I just didn't manage it. So I don't know. I guess I could try again. But just thinking about it, I was like, I kind of don't wanna. So that's why I'm kind of leaving this for if I want to edit it later, I will. I'm not gonna think about it now. Now I'm gonna keep moving with the other lots and filling out as much as possible to kind of like have it playable, the world, because I want to be done with Willow Creek and then have the all of the other lots that are necessary in quotations for like gameplay, and then I can start actually playing, even if like I haven't finished the possible other areas that I want to redo, like other worlds, because I already have an idea for Forgotten Hollow, for example, because I want there to be like vampire families that are like drama with the vampires and stuff. I also want to do the same thing for the werewolves and for the spellcasters, and fairies, of course. So there's a lot to think about. But yeah, if I have like Willow Creek kind of done with the accessory lots, let's call them, I'll be happy, and I can start like creating sims and playtesting these areas, and then I can start thinking about like, okay, maybe I can redo this interior that I'm not too satisfied with. But in the meantime, I don't know, it's gonna have to stay like this, guys. All right, gonna have to. I mean, it bothers me more probably than anyone else, but yeah. It's okay. It's okay to have one bad build. It's okay. So far, I think I've done so good for a non-builder. I think I've done really good. I'm really proud of myself. This one, it's okay. It's okay that one isn't as good. All right. I'm gonna keep telling that to myself so I don't feel too bad. But yeah. This build is pretty much done. Just putting the little lights on the pool. I really like the pool here. I think it turned out really cute with the fountain. And then we'll be done with this build. It's literally just like, a mess of plants and a toilet in there. That's the extent of it. That's what I could do. But yeah, I think I really like this like wall, full of greenery with the statues up there. I think that turned out really cute. I like this intersection here. I like dividing them in like the 4 quadrants, yeah, 2 fountains and stuff with the benches. I could add some easels. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's a perfect spot for easels. I don't know why I didn't think about it. But yeah, I think I end up adding a table or something somewhere, unless I'm misremembering. Let's see. I also I wish they had better lamps, like not these little lamps, like big lamp posts, because now that I've been because I kind of want a specific vibe out of the lamp posts, right? And I feel they don't have like kind of a good old-timey one. They have those ones with the 3 lanterns, but those sometimes are too chunky. I don't know. I would like a different lamppost that kind of fits the theme of like old-timey vibe, that is kind of slicker. But yeah, filling it up with even more hydrangeas, more greenery and stuff, and then I think it'll be done. But that's strange. I seem to have remembered that I put a table somewhere. Maybe that was out of the... I didn't record it. Because again, I've been thinking a lot about this lot. About how I could improve it. So maybe I just popped in and... Because I think here on this... Yes, I knew it. Okay, I wasn't crazy. Yeah. So yeah, I added that little table there. And that's about it. So... thanks for watching, guys. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to subscribe. And let me know if you hated this build and if I should quit YouTube forever. Okay, bye guys!